Alright guys, welcome back to another knot tying tutorial. Today I'm going to teach you how to tie the clinch knot and the improved clinch knot, and I'm also going to tell you about when these knots are good to use and some different ways that you can actually use them in your fishing rigs. So to actually tie this, first thing we're going to do, we're going to take our tag end and we're going to pass it through the eyelet of our hook. We're going to get a good amount of slack here. We're going to go and pass it around the running line. I'm going to do about 4 times. You should really do anywhere from 5 to 10 wraps. Any less than 5 and it probably won't have the friction to actually hold. Any more than 10, it'll actually have too much friction. It can cause abrasion on this running line as you cinch it down, so more is not always better. After I get those wraps in there, I'm going to take this tag end and I'm going to pass it through the little loop that is left here next to that eyelet, and I'm just going to cinch it down. And I really want to pull on actually the hook and on this other running line and keep this tag and continue to pull that tight as well as we cinch this down. But once we have that cinched down, you're tied. A lot of people like this knot because it is really fast to tie. It's pretty easy, it's hard to mess up. You just do several wraps on there, pull it down tight, cinches down. It's what most people learn on. So it's a good knot for that reason, and it's really good for tying some sort of terminal tackle on, like a hook or something else onto the end of your line here. So in addition to using this to actually tie a hook onto your line, there's another application for it, and it's really effective with dropper rigs as well. And I'm going to teach you a really cool way to actually tie this. So to do a dropper rig, put a fly, tie this line off of the bend of another hook so that you can attach another fly onto it. This is a great knot for it, and a really simple way to tie it is actually on your finger. So what you can do, get a bunch of slack here and just take your finger and wrap it around however many times you want to do, 6, 7 times. And when you're ready to actually pull it tight, you have the right amount of loops in there. Just go ahead, take that running line, pass it through the eyelet here that you've created, and pull it part way tight. Once you have it part way tight here, you can go ahead, take your hook, and you can hook that onto that loop that's left, and it'll pull down with a frictionless line. You just pull and it'll actually cinch right down onto the bend of that hook, and now you have a dropper knot. You can go ahead and clip the tag here and cut it the distance you want, and then go ahead and tie a second fly on here, which is really effective. It's much faster to tie it on your finger like that than trying to loop it over here and keep it on the bend of the hook as you're cinching it down. Now we're going to go ahead and tie the improved clinch knot, and the big difference here is just at the very end. It's really similar, so we'll start the same. We're going to take our running line, or our tag end, pass it around our running line, do our same amount of wraps as before, same exact process. Going to go ahead and pass it through that eyelet just like before. Now the only difference is going to be we're going to take this tag end, we're going to go ahead and pass it back through that other loop we just made. Really guys, the benefit to this knot as opposed to a clinch knot is that you know for sure that that tag end is secured. So it really, there isn't any more strength advantage that you get with this. Most people think that you have a strength advantage with doing that extra move there. You don't. It just secures this tag end, so it makes sure that that doesn't come undone. So if you did too few reps, or if you didn't cinch it down all the way, it can protect you from that. It's kind of a fail-safe for that. But other than that point right there, it actually is not stronger at all than the regular clinch knot. So if you know you're tying your clinch knots right, you don't have to do the extra step on it. Alright guys, so that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe beneath. If you have any knots that you actually want to see tied, any requests, please put those in the comments below and I will make sure I make a video of them. Thank you again.